What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have some unfortunate Lions news that we were given with one of our cornerbacks' health. But we are also going to be discussing a few players that Detroit Lions have recently worked out that could potentially help the team. Let's get it started.
I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome everybody to another video. Glad you guys are here, and today, man, we are going to be discussing some Detroit Lions news. But if you guys have not seen the video that I put out a little bit earlier today, which a lot of you guys I know haven't, you guys should definitely go check it out. I think it is a must watch, and it really goes well with this video because it explains the importance of our cornerback group. Okay, it is so important, it's absolutely nuts. So go check out the last video if you guys want to. It was like what happened to the Lions defense, something like that. That was the title. So go check it out if you have not. But in today's video, we're going to be discussing some Detroit Lions news. And the unfortunate news that we were given this morning is that cornerback Justin Coleman, slot cornerback Justin Coleman, has been placed on IR. Now, the good news is IR isn't the same as the past where you were out for like basically half the season. IR now is only 3 weeks, but that means he won't be back for at least 3 weeks, which is obviously that's super unfortunate. This is a huge blow. And again, if you guys did check out my last video, you will know how big of a blow this is, because Darryl Roberts was basically your slot cornerback that came in to take over. And all of a sudden, we know Trufant went down, and then we saw Tony McRae take over, which was a complete mess. But Darryl Roberts was kind of your replacement, and they went right at him twice, back-to-back times, boom, completion. So hopefully, Darryl Roberts can hold his own, but because of this, the Detroit Lions have been working out some players. Desmond Trufant also went down with an injury in his last game, and they're both out with hamstrings. Now, Coleman's placed on IR, which is not a good sign because Desmond Trufant's also dealing with a hamstring injury. How serious is it? I don't know. It may not be as serious as what Justin Coleman's dealing with, because we could really use Desmond Trufant back on the field for next weekend. Also, Jeffrey Okudah, who did not play in week 1, is dealing with a hamstring injury. And Jeffrey Okudah hopefully can be back by week 2, but again, we still don't know at this point. So if neither of these guys can be back, we definitely have to go sign somebody. But I think either way, we're probably going to bring someone in. Placing Justin Coleman on IR gives you an open spot to bring someone up. Michael Ford is still on IR as well. So this gives you an opportunity to sign someone toward the team for at least this weekend to help out. And the Detroit Lions worked out 4 players. Now, in our last video, well, not our last video, but one of the earlier videos, we talked about Jalen Watkins. But there were also some more players that they worked out. We just didn't have the names. Well, now we do. So let's talk about those 4 players that the Detroit Lions worked out. Just a quick little overview of who they are. That way, if the Lions do go sign one of them, we kind of know who they are, and then we'll break it down from there. First off, probably the biggest name on here, Jamar Taylor. Now, Jamar Taylor is a veteran. This guy is 29 years old. He's played for 6 NFL teams, and he is an experienced slot cornerback. Jamar Taylor is the guy that I would keep your eyes on, because if he checks out, I could definitely see the Detroit Lions going out to sign him. Because right now, we're probably going to activate D. Virgin, but you still need to have some depth, and we don't know what the injuries are looking like for Okudah. Not only do we not know about Okudah's injury, we also haven't seen him on the field once in an NFL game. We have not seen him in an NFL game. We haven't seen him preseason, nothing. We've just heard about him in training camp. And with Desmond Trufant, who knows if he's going to be back by next week. There's probably a good chance he won't be playing in that Sunday game. So Jamar Taylor is the first player we're looking at here because he is a slot cornerback. And with Justin Coleman on IR, it could be nice to have a slot cornerback that could step in. Now, it's still going to be a downgrade no matter what you do, but it could potentially be an upgrade from Darryl Roberts and allow Darryl Roberts to be more of the depth cornerback once again. 29 years old, he's 5'11", 192 pounds. He was a second-round pick back in 2013. Hasn't been able to consistently find a home in the NFL. He was out of Boise State. He did have 3 interceptions back in 2016. I think that was Cleveland. Like I said, he was with 6 teams. And last season in coverage, he wasn't bad. Last season in coverage, on 41 targets, he allowed 61% completion percentage. Honestly, pretty darn good. 275 yards, which is only 6.7 yards per target. Also, he gave up 1 touchdown and an 89 pass rating. That's pretty darn good. Actually, that's better stats than what Desmond Trufant, I believe, had last season, but we know Trufant was like the #1 cornerback. So those are pretty good stats, and I would definitely keep your eye on Jamar Taylor. This is a bet. The Lions want someone that can come in right away. Someone that can come in right away and help out for this week. So definitely keep your eye on these older players that maybe know exactly what they're doing, or someone that's been similar to the scheme. Then Jalen Watkins, who we talked about before, so I'm really not going to get into it here. Jalen Watkins, another veteran player, a guy that kind of played safety last year. He's 28 years old. Grant Haley, a second-round pick out of Penn State. He's only 24 years old, but already he's the guy that's available. It really stinks for him. I mean, a second-round pick, and he's only 24 years old, and he's already available. Now, he was a Detroit native, which is maybe something to keep an eye on, right? He's been in Detroit, so also has lined up as a linebacker. Now, he's only 5'9", so I don't know I mean, I don't think that's going to happen with the Detroit Lions, but that probably does tell you that he can line up a little bit in that slot. So that's something to take a look at. And last season, he did end up recording a sack against the Detroit Lions. So another guy to keep an eye on. And finally, Alexander Myers, a 5'11", 24-year-old cornerback who was an undrafted free agent out of Houston. He was actually a Division II transfer in college, went to Houston, and then was signed as an undrafted free agent to Pittsburgh. But unfortunately, due to an illness, he missed a lot of time, and now he's available. So those are 4 guys the Detroit Lions have worked out. Doesn't mean they're going to sign any of them. Maybe there's another guy out there that they have their eye on, but I almost can guarantee you the Lions will sign somebody. Unless Trufant, Okudah are good to go, I really have a feeling Lions are signing someone, because if they're both good to go, they could activate D Virgin, which you can do because of the practice squad, and you could activate him anyway and still sign someone, because again, you have an open spot from Justin Coleman being placed on IR, because you can activate players for practice squad week to week. So they could still sign somebody, but if they didn't sign anybody, F.O. Okudah, Desmond Trufant, you would have him out, you have Daryl Roberts, Tony McRae. It wouldn't be the best situation. You have D Virgin, but you would have your depth kind of built back up. It's really that slot position that I would be concerned about. But I definitely could see the Lions go out and sign somebody at least for some depth. But the cornerback position is so important in this defense. And again, if you guys want to know how important it is, go check out my last video. Okay, I'm just saying it's honestly a must watch. It really is. So boom, there you go. Justin Coleman on IR. You really hate to see it, but hopefully Detroit Lions can get healthy, figure something out heading into week 2, because we need to. This could be a big problem if we're not healthy at corner. A couple of players that I've mentioned in my last video that I would keep an eye on, like Sidney Jones, okay, who worked with Corey Unlin. Anybody that's been with Corey Unlin is someone to keep an eye on, and that was Jalen Watkins. He's worked with Corey Unlin before. And also keep an eye on Michael Jackson, a guy that we traded away to the Patriots, but now he was once again available, so he would know the team, right? He would know what to do defensively. So keep an eye on those 2 guys. Thank you for watching. And I'm out. Look at all these cool people. Look at all these cool Hall of Fame, All-Pro, and patrons. You guys are so awesome. Look how interesting. That's an interesting name. I've never seen one like that. I'm not saying that one out loud. We got some cool stuff here, man. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys want to be part of this? Click the join button. I appreciate you guys. Look, man, you guys are cool, man. I see you. Oh, I see you're not sneak. I see you down there, my boy.